Why doesn't he choose you if he feels so connected to you? According to Carl Jung, you feel the connection. You see it in his eyes. You sense it in the way he listens to you, in the way he seeks you out, in the way his energy shifts when you're together. There's something there, something that can't be explained by logic, a sense of complicity, a synchrony, a feeling that this bond is not like the others. And yet, he doesn't choose you. He doesn't move forward. He doesn't fully surrender. He gives you intense moments, but not consistency. He offers presence, but with conditions. And you ask yourself, how can there be so much connection and yet so much distance? Carl Jung left us powerful tools to understand these kinds of bonds, deep connections that hurt because they're not reciprocated. 1. Projection. When he sees in you what he hasn't yet integrated. Jung said that at first, we don't fall in love with the other person. We fall in love with what we project onto them. In the case of men, they project their anima, their sensitive, intuitive, emotional side, onto the woman. And if you embody that symbol for him, if you are that doorway to his inner world, that emotional experience he doesn't usually allow himself, he will feel you deeply. But be careful, that doesn't mean he's ready to stay. 2. The connection confronts him with his shadow. Your presence isn't light. You're not a distraction, not entertainment. You reflect him. And when someone touches the deepest parts of your soul, they also touch what's broken, what hurts, what hasn't healed. He may feel that, with you, he sees himself like never before. And that can be beautiful, but also terrifying. Because that connection forces him to face parts of himself he doesn't know how to handle. And if he's not yet ready to look at his shadow, he'll feel you're too much, too real, too intense, too honest. 3. He's connected, but not emotionally available. Here comes one of the most painful truths. Someone can feel deeply connected to you and still not be emotionally available, because there are bonds that awaken the soul, but the ego still holds the reins. He may feel things he's never felt before, and at the same time, be afraid to give in, afraid to lose control, afraid to step out of the role he's built for himself. It's not that he doesn't care. It's not that he doesn't feel. It's that he can't handle what he feels. 4. He doesn't choose you, because choosing you would mean transforming. Jung said that true love isn't just affection, it's transformation. And transformation is frightening. It requires letting part of the self die. It involves change, internal movement, crisis. When a woman touches a man through his anima, when she awakens what he had long buried, she pushes him beyond his ego. And if he's not ready to change, if his soul urges him forward but his ego resists, he'll retreat. Not because he doesn't feel, but because changing for love feels like losing control. 5. He sees you, but he doesn't see himself. This point is key. Sometimes, a conscious, deep, radiant woman believes that just by loving, it will be enough. That if she sees him, understands him, stays by his side, he will choose to stay. But Jung said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. And if he can't face himself, if he can't handle what he projects onto you, if he can't tell the difference between what you truly feel and what he needs to see, no matter how much you love him, he won't choose himself. And therefore, he won't be able to choose you. 6. Some men run away from what they most desire. It sounds contradictory, but it often happens. He feels something deep, something he can't ignore, a connection he's never experienced before, and precisely because of that, he gets scared, because he's used to relationships where he can hide, where he doesn't have to be vulnerable, where nothing real is at stake. But with you, that's not possible. With you, he has to be present, he has to be brave, he has to show up, and if he doesn't have the emotional tools, if he hasn't done the inner work, he'll choose the comfort of emptiness over the intensity of love. 7. It's not a lack of love, it's a lack of awareness. This is essential for you to understand. It's not about love, it's about awareness. Because someone can love you from the soul and still not know how to relate from that place. You may be his mirror, his spark, his symbol. But if he's not on his path of individuation, as Jung called it, if he hasn't begun to break out of the mold and become authentic, he won't be able to build something real. Because love isn't about what we feel. It's about what we do with what we feel. And there are men who would rather ignore their soul than begin the journey towards it. 8. You're not here to be chosen. You're here to choose yourself. If you've made it this far, I want you to remember something important. You're not here to be chosen by someone else. You're here to choose yourself, to not lose yourself when he gets lost, to not dim your light when he doesn't know how to see it, to not beg for love when you're already cultivating it from your center. Jung said that the most important journey is the journey of individuation, the path towards becoming who you truly are. And if that path led you to connect with someone who cannot hold you, it's not a mistake. It's a lesson. It's a mirror. But it's not your destiny. 9. He doesn't choose you because he hasn't chosen himself. And that's not your fault. Nor is it something you can fix. Only he can begin that journey. You can walk beside him, inspire him, reflect him, but you can't walk the path for him. And if he doesn't choose himself, he'll never truly be able to choose you. So if you ever ask yourself, how can he not choose me if he feels this connection? The answer is painful, but liberating. Because he hasn't chosen himself. Because he's not ready. Because what he feels is too much for his ego to hold. And the depth is frightening when one lacks awareness. You weren't born to be a passing desire. You came to be a symbol, to awaken, to love from the soul. And if he can't meet you on that level, then it's not that the connection was false. It was real, so real that he couldn't hold it. May this not make you doubt your worth. May it reaffirm your path. As Carl Jung once said, the authentic meeting between two people transforms them both. And if the other person cannot handle that transformation, then your soul already understands everything. If this video resonated with you, leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to keep exploring love, not through fear, but through awareness. Because what the ego lets go of, the soul transforms.